Java is designed to work just about everywhere. Famously said James Gosling, the creator of Java. And we can see that to some extent he was right too. One of the most favorite languages of the enterprise apps for close to over 2 decades, Java is consistent about one thing, and that is performance. A few years back, Oracle announced a new release cycle for Java. And as per that cycle, Java is now getting a new version released in every 6 months and long term support releases in every 3 years. The new release cycle provides faster innovation and new features, as well as more predictable and consistent release dates. So, as a part of continuation to this revamped release cycle, last year in the month of September, we saw the release of Java 19 with 7 JDK enhancement proposals, or JEPs as we call them. Now, let's see what are these improvements or enhancement that Java 19 offers and how we can explore what we can do about them, what are their special unique features to be useful. So the first one is record patterns, which is JAP 405, a preview API. This feature is related to records in Java. Record, as we know, was first introduced in Java 16. With this enhancement, which is proposed in Java 19, it is now possible to deconstruct the record values. Record patterns and type patterns can be nested to enable a powerful, declarative, and composable form of data navigation and processing. Another important feature which comes with Java 19 is pattern matching for switch. So, this feature has already gone through 2 rounds of previews. It is the third preview which is proposed in this Java 19 release, and it was again first introduced in the Java 17. But in this particular enhancement, which is there in Java 19, this talks about extending pattern matching to switch so that the expression can be tested against a number of patterns, each with a specific action, to allow complex data oriented queries to be expressed more concisely and safely. And this particular enhancement number 427, has changed the syntax of the guarded pattern. And now instead of logical double ampersand, we now have to use the new keyword when in the syntax. So there are certain syntax related changes too. Next, we have foreign function and the memory API. Both are related. So this comes with JAP 424 and the foreign memory access API and the foreign linker APIs, as we know, were already introduced in the Java 16 and Java 14. And even in the Java 17, these APIs were combined to form the foreign function and memory APIs, which remained in the incubator stage until Java 18. So, what this particular enhancement proposal in Java 19 is basically talking about, it is now promoted this API to the preview stage. The first thing is that. And now this API allows Java programs to interoperate with code and data outside of the Java runtime, as it says foreign function. And like the code outside the JVM that we generally access by invoking certain foreign functions, and then by safely accessing the foreign memory, the memory which is not managed by the JVM. And this API, the memory API, enables Java programs to call native libraries like C libraries and to process the native data. So both are there in the both were there in the earlier releases as well, from Java 14 to 16 to 17 to 18, and now certain enhancements have been made in the Java 19. So that's why it is included in this release as well. Next, we have the vector API, which is the fourth incubator. One thing you need to understand that this new vector API has nothing to do with java.util.vector class. It's about a new API for mathematical vector computation, and it's mapping to modern SIMD, single instruction multiple data CPUs. The vector API has been part of the JDK since Java 16 as an incubator and was further developed in Java 17 and Java 18 as well. With this particular JDK enhancement proposal number 426, Java 19 delivers the fourth iteration in which the API has been extended to include new vector operations, as well as the ability to store vectors in and read them from the memory segments. Next, we have virtual threads and structured concurrency, the concurrency model related updates in the Java 19. So, virtual threads, JAP 425 is a preview feature, and it is one of the most interesting enhancement in the Java 19. Virtual threads have been developed in Project Loom for several years. With this particular JDK enhancement proposal, virtual threads finally make their way into the official JDK. So, in simple words, virtual threads are lightweight threads that dramatically reduce the effort of writing, maintaining, and observing high throughput concurrent application. And this enhancement proposal is again in the preview stage, so there could be some changes in the future. Next, we have structured concurrency, the JAB 428. It is an incubating feature and it simplifies the multi-threaded programming by introducing an API for structured concurrency. So, structured concurrency treats multiple tasks running in different threads as a single unit of work, thereby streamlining error handling and cancellation, improving reliability, and enhancing observability. This is what the official statement about the structured concurrency is. But in simple words, you can say when a task consists of several subtasks that can be processed in parallel, then structured concurrency allow us to implement this in a particularly readable and maintainable and more cleaner way. So that's what the structured concurrency is all about. This is an incubating API, so it will take some time for it to get mature and to include in the future release with more enhancement. So these are the seven most highlighted features of Java 19, and these interesting enhancements are available in the latest release of Java, which was there in the September 2022. Now it will be interesting to see what will be introduced in the next release cycle, which is coming up in March 21, 2023, and that will be called Java 20.